entrance were narrow and like a river, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
How are you going to be one of the 144,000, one of the co-heirs of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who the world calls Christ, if you don't go through the hardship, if you don't pick up the cross, man?
It says, there is another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
Right. So, hey, there's a parable in the scripture that tell you about the men that went into the field and they all got that same penny. How you going to expect to get that penny and be the first in the kingdom if you don't go through these different things, if you never went out and did the work to receive it, man? You have to go and bear the heat of the day, man. You have to go and put yourself in that position of danger, man. You know?
But it's also telling you how straight and narrow that this path is, that this truth. Because on one side of it is a deep water, right. The other side is fire, man.
Right.
You know?
It's a good analogy of what you prepare thy soul for temptation when you come to serve the Lord. You know, what? You're gonna enter into these situations where if you fall off the wrong way, you do the wrong thing. Hey man, you either gonna drown or you're gonna burn to death. Yep. The Most High, hey look man, you can get casted off of this thing if you don't walk with fear, man. You know. Like I was going into one of the lectures I did. Feasting yourself without fear. You can't be that way, man. You can't eat and drink of this knowledge unworthily. You know, the Apocrypha tells you that a wise man does all things with fear, man. Fear of who? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Most High, man. Because we know he's a terrible power if you cross him, man. You know? So you have to do this thing with the right mindset of, look, Lord, I want your mercies. Hey, pray that you be justified in his eyes, man. And then he put the spirit on you to do the right thing. Yeah. Because you can fall very easily.
Yeah, and another thing is that's why we speak of the Lord's judgments and the Lord's wrath. Because we let you know through the terrible of the Lord, we persuade men. You see? Because we're letting you know, we know how terrible the Lord is. Man. We know how the Lord gets down. Okay? That's a power that you don't want to play with. That's a power whose side you don't want to get on the bad side of that power. See?
So where y'all be at?
If you want somebody to pass through here, all the buses come right here.
Yeah.
I thought it was you. And now I see you, man. What's going on with you, bro? All right, man.
Yeah, but we commanded to come to the highways and byways. Jake like to stay in the hood. Because all nations ain't walking through Homewood, man. Right. Like, so that Israelite in the hood stuff, man, y'all go to hell with that. That's not to say that nobody really lays. Right. But you're not going to go out there and you might be fucking up somebody's money and they want to come to. That's not why.
Well, those
Russia, there's people that be out there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about here. Yeah, I know.
That's what I meant. I thought y'all were the same people.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we Israelites, we are the same nation, but we ain't the same group. We don't teach the same thing.
Everybody got their own ideals like y'all are.
Go ahead and let you know it's two things. But that's it. That's what L is short for N-O-E or Alahaya. That's basically what Muslims call power. It's power.
I think that in the letter.
Yeah, it's power, man. You know, Yahweh is lifting us and
That's how I say that.
You got the Isaiah 13, right? Right. So how you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm all into it. I do a lot of research.
You do a lot of research? How long you doing research?
You did
14 years old.
27 now. I just moved here.
yep.
That rainbow was in the earth water.
Right.
This time when the circle never come to my side.
So bring that out, Isaiah 13:1.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which is Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Yep.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
We're lifting up the banner upon a high mountain. The banner is truth. The banner is the Bible. What is this high mountain? What does this high mountain represent? America, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
Exalt the voice unto them.
We exalt our voice. We wonder how it's about is telling our people to return to the Lord, man, to repent. Go ahead.
Shake the hand,
Yup.
that they may go into the gates of the noble.
Yup.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
Right. Read that again, brother. Read that last one.
I have commanded my sanctified ones.
Yeah, the Lord said he commanded his sanctified ones. And who is that? That's his men of the Lord. That's the prophets, man. Go ahead.
I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
Yeah, them other angels, man. What you think them angels gonna do when they come back with Yahweh Shai, man? They gonna tear this place up, man. They're gonna be burning this place with concentrated fire, man. Okay? That's what they gonna do. When these angels come, they ain't playing no game. Here's Ezekiel 9:4. But we're gonna show you how these angels get down, man. They ain't gonna be playing no game. Go ahead, bro.
Even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Yeah, so that's going into what? Armageddon, man, the mountain of truth, which is known as the Armageddon. World War III. So the Lord got all these different troops, all these different nations being gathered where? Into the Middle East, man. Ultimately, so they can be destroyed, but they're going to have a fight. We're going to go against each other, and ultimately, they're going to turn and try to fight against our Lord, man. Yahweh shot. Okay, but drop that. That's good on that. That's all. I really wanted to establish the point that that this is the standard, man. Okay, this is the way that our people are supposed to follow, man. Ezekiel 9:4, yeah.
Ezekiel 9, verse 4.
Yeah.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Midst of Jerusalem. Now we know Jerusalem is a people before a place. Okay, wherever you Israelites dwell, you're Jerusalem. Go ahead.
And set a mark upon the forehead.
Check it out. I see y'all here every year, man.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's right. And in the Hebrew, that word mark is the wall, man. Okay, that means a mark of exemption from judgment. Okay, that's what that means. On the men that sigh and cry of the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. And that's what the true men of the Lord are sighing and crying of the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. The true men of the Lord were vexed back then. So the true men of the Lord right now is vexed. Like the brothers is pointing on and saying, right? The men. These false prophets, they ain't vexed to what's going on in this society, man. You think homosexuality vexes these men? They too busy worried about getting money, man, and prosperity.
Right. And our people ultimately not vexed. Our people think this shit is cool, man.
They not. Oh hell yeah, our people ain't vexed, man.
Our people look around at the bottom of the bottom, treated like shit, 2/3 of a man, and they still think everything is cool. They want this shit to continue. And they mad at us for telling them everything is going down. Esau, the so-called white man, hates us. He will never love us. He's going into slavery. Alright? They look at us and get mad because they think that the white man gonna love them one day. And it ain't never gonna happen, man.
And then you got a TV programming. You got TV programming teaching our children about homosexuality, lesbianism, right? Pedophilia, all these different things. But these so-called men of our nation they claim to be men of our nation. They ain't got nothing to say. They not vexed or nothing. They're just like, okay, well that's cool. I just hope not. Nah, man, that shit is supposed to vex you. If those different things like that, all this different abominable works don't vex you, your spirit ain't right, man. Your spirit ain't right, man. Our people's spirits are totally corrupted, man. They ain't right, man. Because everything that they think is right is wrong, and everything that is wrong, they think is right. It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. That's why with that type of mentality, our people got to go. They got to go. Y'all got to be reborn again in the kingdom. That's the only way, man. That's the only way. So, yeah, 1 second. Read this up. Let me go on. Yeah, Ezekiel 9:4.
Ezekiel 9 and 5 now. And to the others he said in mine hearing.
And to the others, that's not, it doesn't have that mark, right? That mark that is exemption from judgment. Go ahead.
Go ye after him through the city and smite.
And smite, kill, slay.
Yep. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young.
Right, so now this particular angel was given this mission, so to speak, right? To smite everyone in the city that doesn't have the mark. Go ahead.
Slay utterly old and young.
Old and young. Go ahead.
Both maids and little children and women.
And women.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Right, so the Lord don't care if you old, Lord don't care if you young, He don't care if you're a pretty woman, He don't care if you're an entertainer, athlete, He don't care about none of that, man. You ain't got that mark, you getting slayed. You getting slayed.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house, and he said unto them, defile the house, and fill the court with the slain.
Right.
Go ye forth, and they went forth and slew in the city. Hey man, it's gonna be mass destruction and death at the command of the Most High, man, for the iniquity that's been going on, for the sin that's been going on, and it's gonna start with his people, so-called Black Latino, the Native Americans, for your disobedience.
Hey, bro, give me 1 Peter 4 and 17. Now, what's your question, brother? Back that up.
Ask, like, what do you think about the Ten Commandments and everybody following materialism and not the spirit?
There's more than 10 commandments. There's like 613 right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to follow those who are best of our ability. There are certain things we can't follow because we're in our captivity. That's what grace comes in. But the things that we can do, we try to do the best of our ability. We rehearse those righteous acts. Like for instance, with the Passover. We're going to rehearse the Passover. So we do the things that we can. Even when we try to keep the Passover, we're supposed to have a whole lamb or goat without blemish. We're supposed to roast the whole thing. With all these different things we can't do. We gotta go buy it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be in peace. And then
little things, you know what I mean? Like
4 and
like just
17.
keeping it on your mind, you know what I mean? Keeping it in your soul.
try your best to walk after the Spirit.
And that's what Daniel did, but he couldn't do it neither. He just did it in the soul, and everybody hated him.
That was a test of his faith for trying to be a follower of the Most High.
Right. You gotta stay true.
You try. And hey, there's nothing wrong with having possessions. But to love those possessions is where the wickedness comes in.
Well, with Daniel, they wanted Daniel and them to bow down to that image, and they wasn't with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's how we are. Man. We're not bowing down to the image of the beast, this whole corrupted system. We're not doing it. You see? But when our people are with this system and all that, that's what they're ultimately going to. They're bowing down to the image of the beast, man. And more than likely, they taking the chip. They taking the chip. You know about the mark of the beast?
Yeah.
What is it?
Materialism. Everybody bowing down to the earth.
Bring it out. Bring it out. We can bring it out. Bring it out. So can you buy and sell with materialism?
Trading the goods, man. Like the natives do. Like it's just worshiping the earth, worshiping wood, worshiping rocks, stone.
Well, that's the mark of the beast.
That's like
Put your heart and soul into one that comes shed blood over it. It's pretty beastly, man.
that's one of the image.
Yeah, that's a part of the image. You're right. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13 and 16.
Yeah.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Hold on. Who is he? You ever break down that scripture before? Or ever heard somebody break that down?
I'm sorry, I lost focus big time.
Read it over.
Revelation 13 and 16.
Yeah.
And he calls it all.
And he calls them all. Who is he doing?
Man, I think God making all.
No, Esau Edom is so-called white man, the elite.
It represents the beast system. It's called the mark of the beast. And it represents the system. It's of a man, but it's a group of men. It represents a system that's already set up in place.
It's already going down. It's already going on.
Yeah, the mark has not been pushed it.
Yeah, they haven't been pushed. Right. People are taking the mark. People are taking the mark, but it haven't been implemented. Right, they're taking it voluntarily.
This is Babylon, like it's just a distraction. I can't look on it.
Now this is what you say that sometimes you have to focus on what's going on. Also, I would say this too. I used to go through that same problem when I used to because your temple is dirty.
Yeah.
Satan don't want you to know what's going on.
Like I've been doing work. This is some bad time. I know.
So
I just went all out. Like
if this keeps your interest, then you can come back and try. I'm trying to explain it.
I just can't with the herbs that I've seen. Like downtown.
You gotta be so I can smoke. That's one of the good places to take it. You got smoking it builds up from tar and yeah, because I know, because that was my big thing. I didn't let go of it for a long time.
I was thinking about that.
They stripped all the CBD out of that herb that people smoke. They want to smoke it. That's really your flesh calling for the ones that have.
The flesh.
We know because we was into that life. We was into all that.
I'm trying to get more spiritual. I fasted for 2 days, no food, no water.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Like, the woman I had, she kept cooking, and I just got weak.
Woo! Yeah, that happens.
That's a good start, though.
I ain't trying to blame her, but you know, I was like,
I know what you're saying.
Hey, look,
I know.
2 days into not being the true understanding, that's a good accomplishment.
Right,
That's a good accomplishment.
That was my first time, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm just not comfortable. I don't got my base.
When I first found out, and the Day of Atonement came, was a 24-hour fast, and I was drinking water. I had to go to sleep.
Right.
You know. So anyway, we're gonna read the scripture, Revelation 13 and 16.
Uh-huh.
And he calls it all, both small and great.
Like so, he is referencing Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the elites. That's him.
Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, so they're going to make everyone take a chip. That's part of their new world order.
No matter they got all that like some Bitcoins.
Yeah, they're basically trying to transfer everything to ultimate chip.
I was in Chicago for a little bit. I came back and they got electronics, everything. Right. Again.
Let's break this down for you.
I like seeing the stealth mode.
Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell,
See, you don't have to go ahead.
save he that had the mark. So except those that have the mark, you can't buy or sell. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That's right.
So you're going to have to have this physical mark implanted in your body.
Remember, you got to speak a little louder because you're
You're going to have
this way.
right. You're going to have a physical mark implanted in your hand, or in your forehead, or in your body at some point to interact with these digital systems, so that you can make a transaction.
Right.
That's the mark of the beast. It is physical.
Physical.
You have to be able to buy or sell with the mark of the beast. Otherwise, the property don't fit.
All right. Tattoos now. This is like now it's just tattoos.
That's still in your skin.
Yeah, but what they're doing, like the tattoos and all that, that's just them is more like a trend.
Right.
But it's going to be on the RFID chip or the NFC chip.
Just make them comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's just part of their little trend.
They've been pushing the chip for years, man. They tell you for medical. Yeah, they tell you for medical reasons that have your ID on it, your medical history. So if you lose your ID, you won't be an unidentified body.
Money for your
I
wallet.
gotta get an ID soon. Actually, it's like a new ID. So I gotta show it.
Soon as I was saying that it's still season and stuff.
They already
Like